Welcome to PROPERTIA. My name is Peter, and next to me is my good friend and sales manager of PROPERTIA, Joe Pillar. Today we are going to talk about a very, very successful project called Palmera Villas. Joe, thank you for joining.
Thank you so much.
Tell us about Palmera Villa and how they started and why are they so successful?
So yeah, Palmera has been one of the most successful projects we've ever seen in Bali over the last few years. What started as a small boutique development of 6 villas in Nyang sold out very quickly, and now they've moved on to multiple locations throughout Bingin and Thomas Beach. They've been amazing, and I think what they did so well at the beginning was they came with single level villas. That was the game
100%.
changer in the market. So what we'd seen in Bali for the last few years was land became very expensive. Therefore, developers had kind of shrunk the land that they were giving away and building up. Palmera flipped that on its head and basically said, we're going to do single level villas, so you'll get more space, more land. And I think that was a real game changer in the market.
And we love single level.
We love
single level. Why do we love single level? Because for a lot of customers out there, they are probably saying, what are you guys talking about?
I think actually, historically, if you look out in Bali, there were a lot of big villas that were single level, huge gardens, right? And as it became expensive here, everything shrunk down. We love single level because you just feel like you're in your own little
the space
bubble,
is bigger,
right?
the outdoor area
exactly.
is much bigger.
So it feels bigger, but you don't have neighbors that are looking down into the garden or anything like that.
And Nyang, what was it was 6 villas?
So it was 6 villas, sold out very, very quickly.
Very fast.
People loved the design. It was very this white, timeless Mediterranean that people fell in love with, and it was a huge success. They took the same concept into Bingin, and again, the first project in Bingin sold out very, very quickly.
Fast,
So that was 10 villas, and now they're operating 2 projects. So one is a continuation in Bingin, where you have 8 2-bedrooms and 4 1-beds, and then you have a brand new project in Thomas Beach, which is new design. For this one, they've gone with 2 levels because the land is just simply so expensive.
But very similar design.
But very similar features and some of the design elements from the first Palmera, where you have the mirror outside, you have the wood beams, things like that. They've all been taken into Palmera Thomas Beach. So 2 amazing projects.
They were slightly cheaper in Nyang because the land is obviously cheaper. Tell us a little bit about Nyang.
So Nyang is very much in its, I would say, its inception. It's a new area. There's not a huge amount going on there right now. There's a lack of probably cafes and gyms, but our feeling is that will all come in the future because the infrastructure there is amazing. The roads going in are amazing, and there's a lot of space. So you have the opportunity to actually put these facilities in, but it's going to take a little bit longer. Interestingly, with Palmera in Nyang, because of the design, it's already been a huge success on Airbnb. So despite the fact that you don't have much around you in that location, the design has brought people in.
It sounds a little bit like it's in the outskirt of everything, but it actually on a scooter ride is only a few minutes away from it.
5 minutes into Uluwatu probably, and then
Bali is not that big, especially not Uluwatu. Nyang is very known for its scooter path down to the beach, which is quite rare because the Bukit Peninsula is quite high. And then we have to walk down all these stairs, and it's crazy exhausting. But Nyang offers, you can drive down if you have the courage.
Yes, quite steep.
It's quite steep. And like you said, we just saw the rental numbers because now it's been operating for what, almost a year?
Almost a year,
And we got some crazy numbers compared to what people paid for the villas, right?
Yes. So not only are the numbers very good, but the occupancy is very high, even in months that we would say are normal months, which is probably January, February, March. These are more normal compared to the very high months, but they're still fully booked all of the time. And I think it's just testament to the design and
it's
how
definitely
appealing it is.
It's the design, 100%. And then I know we had a meeting with them and they said, where should we purchase land? What should we do next? And you said, listen, just repeat what you're doing, but go to a different location. So they went to Bingin, and we call it Bingin 1 because they actually have 2 projects in Bingin now, right? And that's the one that was sold out with, I think within 6 weeks, I think we sold everything 1 and 2 bedrooms. What were they priced at in Bingin? Do you remember?
Phase 1 were priced at
199,
yeah.
249?
Yeah, absolutely, 199, 249.
Yeah, and it was sold out, and we are just handing over the keys now.
Yep.
And I remember I was shooting live in one of the villas with Lily, and they are so busy. We were not,
check in, check out.
And you were with me also to do
Yeah.
the property inspection the other day, and we were kicked out because, we need the villa now, the guests are here.
Yeah.
So there's something special going on with these kind of timeless Mediterranean villas with beams, pool, facilities that are amazing. We right now have Bingin 2 for sale, right?
Yes, yeah.
And what's left?
We have 6 units left, 2 1 beds, 4 2 beds. Bingin 2, I always talk about Bingin as kind of being two loops, right? So you've got the inner circle and maybe what we call the outer circle. Probably the outer circle is actually only a 5 minutes drive to the middle
Same
of
as
Bingin,
Nyang.
but it just feels like it's kind of built in 2 circles.
Yeah.
I would say Palmera 2 is right between the 2 circles, right? So it's wedged between kind of the inner and the outer circle. So perfect proximity, so you can be in the middle of Bingin in 3-4 minutes on a scooter, but you're also just a little bit tucked away so that you have a bit of peace and quiet when you're staying there. Amazing surroundings. They took a beautiful corner plot, so you're kind of protected all the way around. Very close to some really popular paddle centers, some famous cafes that are opening up in that area. So Bingin 2 is going to be a really special project.
Yeah. What's the reason why it's not sold out right now?
Question?
I know why. I think they increased the price a little bit.
Yeah.
But also because obviously when you have these, it's a community of 10 villas, and we only been selling for around, I think, 3 months now. I think they will be sold out within the next few months. But I think they're priced according to the land price. And this is, when we sell these units, it's only based on ROI, right? So the land price has become more expensive. The villas, they are increased in price. But one of the reasons I think they're not sold out yet is because there's so much to choose from down there. But proof of concept for sure. I mean, Nyang, now Bingin 1, in, out. If you want a really, really nice investment, Palmera is the one that's giving you higher ROI.
Yeah, definitely.
And we had 4 2-bedroom and 2 1-bedroom.
Yes.
What are they priced at?
199 and 249.
Still the same as the first project.
Still the same. The land's more expensive.
Wow.
But for me, the project has been so good with international tourists that are flying in, right? Everyone wants to stay in Palmera villas. I think it's exactly what you see on Instagram and you imagine, I want to stay there. So investment-wise, they're fantastic because you just know it's such a big catchment of people that would like to stay there.
I agree with you. I think it's incredible. I know you talked to the developer and you said, please do not increase the price, even though the land is more expensive, because the sweet spots are 249 for a 2-bedroom and 199 for a 1-bedroom. But right now, we see all the developers coming right now, they are more expensive. 1-bedroom, 219, 2-bedroom, 279, 289. So this is your last chance to get a Palmera at those prices. You just need to reach out to PROPERTIA, and then we will of course guide you. Then the newest project they made, which is super exciting also, because we have Bingin, then you follow the main road, Lapun side, and then you reach what?
Thomas Beach. And Thomas Beach, I would, for people that have been to Canggu and know the area, and they talk about Preranand as being the foodie heaven and a little bit more upmarket, I would say Thomas Beach is that to Bingin. So Bingin is very much the Canggu of that area, where there's a lot going on. It's very busy and a lot of tourists around. Thomas Beach, which is again a 5-minute drive, foodie place, amazing beach. Just a really nice atmosphere. One of the biggest difficulties for developers in Thomas Beach is, although the area seems quite big, a majority of the land is green zone, so it cannot be built on. There's a very small parcel of land which is pink, which is tourism, commercial zoning that can actually be built on, and Palmera managed to secure a little bit of that.
And I think it's probably the most expensive area you can purchase land
right now. I would say there's nowhere more expensive.
We haven't talked about this, but I feel a little bit like Bingin is breakfast, lunch, and Thomas Beach is becoming dinner.
Yeah, and it is like Preranan
Yeah.
in Canggu. It's a little bit more probably
Upscale
upmarket,
restaurants,
affluent, really nice restaurants. I think the F&B down there is just insane. And it just has a nice feeling that you can walk through the area. It's not so confusing to understand the area. It's basically one street that you can go through and everything's there. It's amazing.
Mention a few of the famous restaurants in Thomas Beach.
Started with Mason or Masonry, as they're now called.
Yeah.
Kind is also there, for one of the most well-known places.
If you're vegan, right?
If you're vegan or vegetarian now.
Vegetarian, yeah, sorry.
Ulu Fish Market.
That's your favorite place?
It's my favorite place. It's put his name on the map, really. It's become very popular. Baked is there.
Breakfast, lunch,
Ulu Garden. It's crazy the amount of
absolutely
places,
crazy.
right?
If you're a foodie, Thomas Beach is maybe where you should buy a villa.
Yes.
I remember that our colleague Michael had a customer and he was just super excited about Thomas Beach.
Yeah.
And also, it's very close to Sullivan,
Yeah.
the waves of Singlefin.
Yes.
So we have exceptional world-class surf very close to Thomas Beach. And Thomas Beach itself is beautiful.
Yeah.
We've been down there, you know, and
it's the whole area is amazing, and it's right on the doorstep of Sullivan. You've got Uluwatu surf villas, Mana around that area, which is also incredible. So if you stayed in Thomas Beach, you could probably eat somewhere different, breakfast, lunch, dinner for a whole week, right?
More than
because
a week,
there's so much nice.
Nice. And these, like you mentioned, they were 2-level?
Yes. So the land is very expensive. Like we said, it's more expensive than anywhere else probably in Bali right now. Therefore, they wanted to keep the kind of trademarks from Palmera with the wood beams, the mirror outside, and just some of the features they put in the villa. But they knew they needed to do something on 2 levels. Yeah. So these are 2-level villas, 1 and 2 bedrooms. They will do incredible, not just because of the location. The location is really, really good, but it will still feel like a classic Palmera.
And like you said, location is everything if you want high ROI.
Definitely.
But also, for Michael's customer who bought one, he just said, I want the perfect place for me to stay when I'm enjoying Bali for a few weeks. And for him, Thomas Beach was slightly different than Bingin. He loved both, but Thomas Beach was, like he said, the hotspot of everything.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's important to remember, if you want to stay in Thomas Beach, but you still want to use the gyms or cafes in Bingin, it's 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Really, it's not very far.
Price for these units and what's left?
What's left? I couldn't tell you the exact mix, but we have probably just over half left at the moment. So there are 11 units in total, 4 1-beds, 7 2-beds, $229,000 for the 1-bed, and around $279,000 for the 2-bed. There are different land sizes available, so they were around that price.
So they're just slightly more expensive because the land is just crazy.
Yeah.
And I think, like we talked, some customers that say, should I buy Bingin or Thomas Beach? Like you always said, there's going to be less competition in Thomas Beach. Because it, like you said, most of it is green zone. You're not allowed to build there. And if you have built, you'll probably be closed down. At least with the new regulations that the government has imposed. I think for me, this price still makes sense. You will make $20,000, $30,000 more because of the limited units for rent.
I agree. I think in the future that will be an area that people seek to stay in, and there will be a lack of opportunities to actually stay there.
So we still have a few units left of Palmera in Bingin. Very attractive prices, $199 for a 1-bedroom. Cannot go wrong there. $249 for a 2-bedroom. If you love Thomas Beach a little bit more and you want to be close to all the fantastic restaurants, then you go to Thomas Beach and you can buy a 1-bedroom at $229.
$229.
And the 2-bedroom is
$279.
$279. But you need to be fast because these units are very limited. Thank you so much, Joe, for joining.
Thank you.
And contact PROPERTIA if you want to buy a Palmera villa.